Hi everyone, my name is TChudoba and I am the Manager of Research and Development Projects at the New York Hall of Science, and I'm excited to talk to you today about a day in the life of me. So as I said, I work at NYSCI, the New York Hall of Science. That red dot in the middle of the Google Maps attached here is our location, which is in the center of Queens, New York, the most diverse county in the United States. You can see that it is directly east of the island of Manhattan, which is usually when people talk about museums in New York City, they're probably thinking of somewhere that's in Manhattan, but we are just east of that, like I said, not too far away. But our local neighborhood is Corona. It's a neighborhood that has undergone major demographic shifts over the past 50 years, moving from primarily European American middle class families, and today it is almost 2/3 of the residents were born outside of the United States, most commonly from Central or South America. Just to the east, a little bit north of us, is a neighborhood called Flushing, and that has the largest ethnic group of Asians. Specifically, Flushing is the largest Chinese community in New York City, and 59% of Flushing residents are foreign born, with the majority coming from China. The remainder largely from places like Korea, India, Colombia, El Salvador, Pakistan, Greece, Ecuador, probably a few others. But as you can see, the diversity of our local community is one of NYSCI's greatest assets. And we have recently just really started thinking about how to have close collaborations with neighborhood schools and cultural organizations serving our local communities. And it has become a core priority that really drives our programming and facilitation strategies. One of the amazing programs that we have developed really since 2011, when two of my really amazing colleagues who live and work in Corona really had a desire to increase our network of partners. And today, years later, we have 20 schools included in that partnership and a small number of community-based organizations. And we call this partnership our NYSCI Neighbors. They are schools within our local New York City Department of Education school district, that's District 24, and or lie within our zip code. Our local zip code is 11368. And for these NYSCI Neighbors partners, we offer a special low-cost membership where families of these students can come anytime throughout the year. We have a program called Science Ambassadors specifically for the students, where we open up the museum later hours on Monday through Thursday. We provide homework help. We have special workshops geared just for them. We change up our design lab activities, and we just are trying to build up more and more things that specifically speak to the needs of our direct community. And one of the things that we developed in the last year, which I've been spending time on, is a program called Digital Design Workshops for English language learners. And I just want to show you a quick video of some of the work that we've been able to do over the last year.
very timidly, very cautious about speaking. And then by the end of the week, they're speaking in English and they're doing it all on their own.
This is my right angle.
Tell me, Audrey, what did you do?
All right, come on over here. Which fraction is my picture now? Where do you think it would be? Exactly, right?
We're talking about angles. What kind of angle do you see? Look at Heidi. What kind of angle can you see Heidi doing?
Oh, wait.
Hi, listen, that's how we learn. And each time you do it, you want to play it to see if you get it exactly where you want it to go. Exploration time, it's really a fun time because only in exploration can we get that aha moment. When she speaks, you can literally watch her process in her language.
It's in this is equal number.
So she's hearing English, she's processing in Spanish and allowing English to come out. And it's the most beautiful, rewarding thing.
I love to see the smiles on their faces when they have an aha moment and they figure out something. Technology really helps them to bring some of those things out. It brings out their some language pieces that we don't even realize that they have sometimes, and that helps us to have discussions about it. Then we can direct their conversations with more precise math terms and to just clarify the concepts a little bit better.
X-axis, but you put 17, the x-axis.
The apps made it friendly, and that's the best part. To them, they were playing and not realizing they were learning.
Sorry about that. Okay, so here's a picture of happened just recently. It is not a normal day in the life of me. I have worked at the Hall of Science for 11 years, and it isn't a frequent opportunity that I have where colleagues of mine working at my own institution highlight some of the things that I really care about and things that I am professionally learning about, but this was a funded opportunity. The convening was entitled STEM as an Opportunity Pathway for First Generation Families. It really speaks, like I said, to the core interest of our institution in working with our community and specifically providing resources and opportunities for students within our community. And so it was a full day, and the part of the day that I wanted to highlight was really this keynote address from someone in the field who really studies and how immigrant children flourish and things that you can provide when you know you have these children in your hands as an educator, and ways to really help them to find success. And Carola Suarez Orozco is a researcher and educator at the University of California, Los Angeles. She has also taught on the East Coast. She was the perfect person to bring in for all of our colleagues who are visiting with us from across the United States. And one of the things that I really loved about this opportunity and how I spent this day was that it provided an opportunity for me to be a professional learner, to really think about my practices, think about what I provide for different audiences, and it really challenged me to grow, to see myself not as someone who can just create experiences and opportunities because I know how to, but to really be thoughtful in the experiences that I provide. And so I was really appreciative of this opportunity, and the ways in which Carola shared things with us was really powerful. One of the things that she shared was that in her experience, one of the best indicators of achievement scores for English language learners was that peer contact, or having a friend that spoke English, that would practice or just speak to your newcomer in both English and possibly also in their home language. But the English exposure from a friend and from a trusted person was really, really important when you're looking at achievement for these students. Another thing that I thought was just really promising and what she shared was when you make decisions to do specific things for English language learners or for new immigrants and newcomers to the United States, the things that you do are often important for all students. So thinking about having a rigorous curriculum, not dumbing down anything, but teaching critical thinking skills, posing complex problems with multiple solutions. When we do design thinking courses and when we are thinking about activities in one of our spaces where we pose design problems, we're always thinking about the opportunities for multiple solutions. Thinking about collaborative skills, and one of the things that she honed in on was have a quality pedagogical approach to teaching differentiated learning, having mixed levels of student groups, have interdisciplinary approaches. These are all things that are important. And finally, I think I've mentioned earlier, but one of the things that I care a lot about and I think a lot about is how to foster relationships. So relationships between students, when you have student groups, thinking about collaborative projects, and relationships between educators and parents, and of course, relationships between students and educators. And so this professional development opportunity for me was super important. I found it super powerful. That's a picture of me that the photographer cut up in the left-hand corner, taking pictures of slides so I could savor kind of some of the things that I learned and think about it as I move forward. A picture in the middle is myself with colleagues from the Exploratorium in San Francisco, from an NGO in DC, from another science museum in Portland, Oregon. And this next picture is a picture of colleagues of mine, just a subset of those that were at the convening, but a subset of those who say that they work at cultural institutions and are providing these special experiences for immigrant communities. And so finally, at the end of this day, I went back to my very messy desk. I cleaned up a little bit. I looked at the dozens of emails that I had missed out on the day, and really was grateful. I did a couple other things, but again, grateful that I got to spend the day in an unusual way, not in meetings, not necessarily face-to-face with our visitors, but in an opportunity where I could really learn and think about how to thoughtfully prepare for the next phases of work as we move into a new year and a new way to, well, a new fiscal year and a new way to reach out to our community in ways that we can partner and network and just provide services in meaningful, thoughtful ways. So thanks so much for your time and have a great one. Bye.